Okay, everybody, first of all, welcome. Thanks for coming out. A lot of love here. Wow, Janet. 8 years of a little bit of torture, hopefully a lot of laughs. At any rate, I'm not going to make this too long, but I did want to talk about the importance of why we're here today and everything. And there's a couple of black belts here, Dion and Ray, and JB's here in spirit. But at any rate, we got a few young people here, younger people, but how much life do we have? You know, 6 months ago, one of my best friends from high school is at one of my concerts, and today he's stage 4 pancreatic cancer, renal cancer. He's not going to make it, you know. But let's, still pray for him. But so how do we know? How do we know how much time we have? There's no clue, no onset of anything, and most of you are professional people, and when you have a creative outlet, whether it's physical, spiritual, mental, whatever, I think it helps to sustain life and enrich life. And my particular Krav Maga school has been going on for, 8 years, 9 years. You started in the beginning, right? I think, Eric, you were right behind. Some of you have been with me a long time. I've known Dion and Ray from the old days and stuff. Okay, some of you are new. And what I think is important is our interactive relationship, but also too in recognizing that a young woman, not so young, but young, took the time and effort and the pain to go through this path for 8 years. Janet used to tell me she would be sick before class every day. Any of us that have been in martial arts a long time, we know how that feels like. You go in and you're gonna get your ass kicked by, Dimitri, let's say, or somebody. You're going, I really don't want this, but you go, or JB or whomever, Ash or whomever, And so getting to this point is a serious and a very distinctive milestone. Krav Maga, my Krav Maga has evolved. Okay. Eric and I are in the same Japanese JuJutsu school, and Eric's been in it longer than I have. I've been in it 2.5 years. Eric's been in it 3. And, by training outside your paradigm, you realize, and it's the same thing Bruce Lee said in the 70s, style of no style. Same thing applies to music. Most of you know me as a professional guitarist. I am. By the way, I got a show this Sunday, 7:30 Jam and Joe. Anyway, but at any rate, you'll know that, and Eric's been studying guitar with me a long time, Dion a little bit, and you know that you need to eventually find yourself. If you want to make a mark, you got to find yourself. And how we've evolved in this school is Krav Maga used to be the system. And I've evolved, a lot of us evolved, and we all kind of see it. And now Krav is a base system. And we are incorporating as much JuJutsu and Kali, which is Filipino, a lot of weapon stuff into the thing. And I just believe it's a great blend. Anybody can do anything. I.K.I, there's a lot of wonderful styles. But it's about finding yourself. And as a guitarist, I started when I was 12, many, many years ago. And I'm still finding myself, and I'm still enjoying it. Martial arts I've been involved in since I was 18. So it's something that I keep searching for. I train Dion's one of my coaches, Ray's one of my close training partners. Eric and outside of, I'm talking about outside of our Krav paradigm here. And so it's very nice to reach out and get from others and incorporate it. And it's that spiritual side of me that those of you that know me well know that it's a huge part, and that's the most important part as far as I'm concerned. Like I said, how much time do we have? God bless us all, and to be here this time next year, I might not. Who knows? So let's take it. So finding your creative thing inside, do it, sustain it, and keep it going, and it will be. You'll be a happier self, and you will find, in my most absolute belief, that you'll be happier. You will find yourself, and then take it from there. Janet has been training for 8 years. Janet is not going to kickbox Kevin and win. Who cares? That's not what this is about. Steve and Eric, if you do straight up, what's that?
Kick him in the balls.
Kick him in the balls. You guys may match up well on one thing and may not match up on another thing. It's not what this is about, okay? Dion's great JuJutsu guy. He's great in other things too, but Dion also realizes if he picks up some sticks right now, he may not be quite where he wants to be, and that's why he's going to train in that. We just want to get better, that's all. We got young sisters here that are training with mom. The world's a dangerous place, and it's all good, and it's nice to know that, you know, the more you train, the more one trains, the more that you can walk away, the more that you can realize that I don't want to F with this, I want to go out the door. One thing I do preach, and you all know this, and this is why Eric's and my sensei, Len DePasquale, Eric told Len the first time when Len was asking about me, because you have to be invited to that school. Eric said, well, Michael teaches us to find a door. And Len goes, that's all I needed to hear. That's all I need to hear. Never mind the millions of black belts and yada, yada, yada. Screw all that. Doesn't matter. And apologize in advance. You will hear me curse in this thing, okay? Because I'll be cursing at her.
It's wrong.
In a good way. It's all I love. It's all I love. I love Janet. She knows that. We all love Janet, okay? I love anybody that trains with me, okay? And the relationship, like I said, is of utmost importance. And so, last thing I want to say is that each of you is a unique individual. We know this. I'm not going to preach about that, but the way I want to structure my martial arts now is I don't want to follow the Krav Worldwide, the I.K.I, the I.K.I, the Krav Global verbatim, because I want everybody to find themselves. Steve's a big guy. Steve moves pretty well for a big guy, but he's not so smart. Okay.
I move really fast.
And so, I don't want you girls thinking that you're going to kick his ass, because you will not. I don't care how much you train. You're not going to do it. Big guy's going to kill you every time. Every time. Okay? But if you're smart and you're fast, okay, you can get away. And then when you get really skilled, you can inflict a little pain. It'll be fine. Okay? Anyway, that's later. Again, in closing, Janet has picked her own path. And any of my brown belts realize, I tell you this, if you look at the Blue Chip Academy curriculum, it's all designed through brown belt. The black belt, there's a big blank there. It's a blank slate. And the meaning of that is you choose your path. Your black belt is your path. And I know how great these two guys are. And that's why several years ago, one of the first things I wanted to do was just give them black belts, because they are terrific martial artists and also loving friends and stuff. Janet picked her own path, and a lot of it was knife training. And the last year and a half, or whatever, however long she's been a brown belt, we've been very, very diligent about her knife training. Single blade, double blade, whether it's Kali, whether it's Krav Maga, or whether it's the concept of four, meaning that if you have a blade here, you've got a free hand, you've got a free leg, you've got a knee, and the more that you learn how to use your weapon in conjunction with your natural combatives, everybody's focused on the knife. Hold it up here, kick him in the ball, okay? That's a simple way of doing that. So Janet picked her own path. So she's not going to pretend that she's going to kick Dion's ass. It's not going to happen. But what I want Janet to do is to be secure in her own ability, okay, and feel good about herself. If she gets accosted in a parking garage, and first of all, she's going to be aware. She may have her blades in her hands, closed, because she's wearing a gown. She's coming from a corporate function. No place to stick, knives. And she's got them in her hands, and we all know, anybody that studies weapons realizes that the hardest thing is to deploy your weapon. It's the hardest thing to do. Never mind use it effectively. So she knows that she's at least got a fighting chance, and that's all we ask of anybody. Okay? So she picked her path. We've been very, very hardcore in training along those lines and stuff. She has no illusions about it. I don't want to kickbox you. I don't want to kickbox anybody. My nose has been broken 5 times in time. Same matter as Ray. Okay, so we were, I don't want to get in another fight the rest of my life. Okay? And anybody that knows this stuff really well believes in that 100% because you just get hurt. You hurt other people. All right. But we do want to live. We want to go home to our loved ones. Okay? We want to survive. In case of these two Catholic boys here, they want to procreate even more so. Okay? We don't have enough kids yet. Anyway. We want to go home and live to fight another day. Okay? And to enjoy life and stuff. And that's why we do this. It's not about kicking ass. This is about finding yourself. Okay? Be mentally, spiritually, and physically at peace within oneself. Welcome, Cindy. Anyway, any thoughts from anybody real quick before I give up the floor to Janet? We good? We good? Okay. Again, thank you all for coming out. Thanks for taking the time to try to find your inner creative genius, okay? And explore with it and see where it takes you. Because the whole thing is this is just one door open and it opens many. Okay? Thank you all. Okay? All right. Janet.